I, 26 female, think my boyfriend, 27 male, does drugs occasionally. Might be a bit chaotic, I am a bit emotional. Also, English isn't my first language. So I did something that's a huge no-no. My boyfriend of 7 years forgot his phone when he left for work, and I am homesick, and I looked through it. A while ago he had a bigger disagreement with his mom, not uncommon, and the topic fell on me. There has been some conflict after we had a baby, 5 female, because his mom has a hard time respecting my boundaries. So I honestly wanted to know exactly what she had said about me. A really bad move, I know. But I looked. Now I never got to the point of looking at their messages, because something else caught my eye. He have several messages dating back a while. I scrolled back to around summer 2024, just before our daughter was born, from unsaved numbers, giving prices for different amounts of grams, and lots of snowflake emojis snowflake. On different threats he makes orders. The most recent was in December. It seems it has both been when he has been at a party, but also just gaming nights with his friends. He knows that I am very much against drugs. Before today, I knew he had tried some as a teenager, but at the beginning of our relationship I told him that I don't want to be around it and won't be with someone who does drugs. Another factor is that his brother has had a severe drug-induced psychosis some years back, and suffers from pretty bad schizophrenia. So not only is he disrespecting me, shitting all over my boundaries, but he is being so incredibly stupid and selfish. When he knows there's a risk, he will pay a huge price. And so will our daughter. I am furious, disappointed, and honestly sad. I thought we agreed on this, and that he told me the truth. But I guess he didn't. He isn't home until a bit late, and I don't want to argue in front of our daughter, but I can't ignore it. I kind of feel like I first have to justify why I looked through his phone, which I have never done before. Call it a hunch. What to do? Too long did not read. Looked through my boyfriend's phone, found out he does drugs. What to do? Enforce your set boundary. So not only is he disrespecting me, shitting all over my boundaries. Boundaries are set for yourself, not to control what other people do. If this is a boundary for you, leave. My mother found my goodbye note, and she hasn't said anything. I don't know what to do. 50F, 18M. My mother found several pages I had written while in a crisis, snooped through my room. She was very angry, but she pretended not to have seen the notes. She came up to me extremely angry about not sweeping my room. I had. She went from raging to not responding when I asked her questions to acting completely normal. This was very out of character for her. I asked her what was up. She didn't tell me, but then it hit me. I checked the cabinet where I had stashed the notes and things from that night, and it was organized, not like I had left it. My mom had a shaky voice the next day. It was like she was afraid or ashamed. She hasn't said anything, to the point where I'm questioning if she even saw it, that maybe I misremembered how I arranged the cabinet. I'm pretty sure she saw it, though. How do I go about this? Edit. In the most respectful way possible, I am asking for advice on how to handle this with my mother. I did not ask for mental health advice, hence why I posted this on our /relationship_advice and not our /suicide watch. Ah damn, this is sad. She's probably very scared and feeling kind of helpless. What do you hope she would do? Have you tried SNRIs? I couldn't handle SSRIs, and Cymbalta had saved my life. Please keep trying, and I'm so sorry your mom is difficult. You might get better advice in our /CPTSD. That subreddit gets a lot more traffic and a lot more people who would understand your situation. My girlfriend, F20, called me, M20, inconsiderate after our evening out. Me and my GF have been dating for 3 years now, and it's mostly been cons. She's very codependent on me and lacks a social circle or family life of her own, so I'm her everything. Me, on the other hand, has both, but due to her and free time, can only really devote to her. Recently she found out that her father has been emotionally cheating on her mum, and that hit her like a rock, to which I tried to give her comfort. I myself am not quite good at this my autism, but I tried my best. She's really close to her mum, and she's her world, and would do anything for her. Yesterday she found out her mum will be out the whole day, meaning she would be home alone with her dad, and told me she would be deeply uncomfortable. It's the one day I had off the entire week, so I was planning to just stay home and relax, but offered to do something. I asked whether she wanted to watch a movie, and she said okay, sure. When I asked which one, she said Hamnet, as I had been raving on about it for a while. However, I knew she was only saying this cause of me, because she had previously expressed how much she hates certain actors in the film, thus has no interest. I constantly said we don't have to watch it, we could watch something else, but she insisted we did. We get to the movie, and the entire movie she's silent and apart and on her phone. The movie ends and tells me to take her home, which I did, but spent the whole silent ride home apologizing that we watched that movie, to which she said, "It's okay, you wanted to watch it." I got home myself to a bunch of texts from her demanding a break, and how I'm a coward incapable of loving her, because I don't know her at all and do not show up for her. Did I do something wrong which I cannot see? Why are you still with her if your relationship has mostly been cons? She sounds like an energy vampire. Life's too short. Tell her she doesn't need a boyfriend, but a therapist, and find someone that you actually enjoy being with. She's demanding a break. Perfect. Do as she asks. Use the time to evaluate the relationship and see if you want to stay or go. So the whole movie thing is her manipulating you to see your reaction? Make her wish come true then. Play stupid games. My boyfriend, 21M, believes him being overly honest is ruining his and I, 18F, relationship. We got into an argument last night over because for the past 2 days he had chosen the movies we watched, and yesterday we both decided it was my turn to pick the movie, and he was okay with that. Upon me picking the movie I had wanted to watch, he immediately started asking what the ratings were, if it was a romance movie like I always pick, and at that point it had made me shut down, and I had just decided I'd watch it on my own. He then proceeded to say he did want to watch it with me, but he wanted it to be something we'd both enjoy, and he'd just like a different genre. Whenever we had watched the movies he wanted to, I enjoyed watching them regardless if I took a liking to it, because of the simple fact I enjoy watching the things my partner does and loving the things he does. He did try to compromise, but his tone and the way he came across made me feel uncomfortable to do so. To add on to this, he claims often he knows what I want to hear in times like that, but doesn't say it because he doesn't want to feel like he's pretending. He thinks so logically it kind of makes me feel uncomforted or unsettled. How can I support him or communicate to better our relationship and overcome this? His exact words were, "I constantly am trying to get things to work or have you understand. I think me being overly honest is hurting us, but I don't want to pretend. I don't know what to do. I guess what I really need is advice on how to understand things better and to best support him to comfort me or communicate in some sense. He's just an asshole trying to play the victim because you didn't fall for his guilt tactic. He simply is honestly not very thoughtful and honestly does not care how you feel.